here and sweep across and we'll take some questions. So if I could ask you to just indicate in the old-fashioned classroom way, I've been spending time in a lot of schools, so I'm getting my teacher practice up and running. We'll take a question from the lady here, just here. Yes, you. Yep, and someone will bring you a microphone. Because we've got a lot of people in a smaller place, we're just going to have to work with getting the microphones through.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Belinda Lowe. I'm the Principal Lawyer of the Eastern Community Legal Centre. I just need to apologise that I am a lawyer. We do have a tendency to talk a lot, so I will try to be very succinct. I'd like to congratulate the government in relation to your support and recognition of family violence, and the fact that family violence is a growing issue. It's been massive already, but it's been a continuing growing issue in Australia, and I'd like to congratulate the government in relation to your recognition and support of that. Now, because of the support that you've given to family violence, there's more community awareness in relation to this issue, which is great. What that means then is that more people feel that they are able to access the legal system in order to achieve justice in this way. And that's a good thing. But what we have noticed at the Eastern Community Legal Centre is that people are unable to access free legal services, particularly in the outer eastern region here, and the reason being because there is social isolation, lack of infrastructure, the inability to access public transport, to be able to access free legal services like the Eastern Community Legal Centre, which are in the inner east region.
So your question is about more resources in that area?
Yeah, well, yes,
okay.
Prime Minister.
All right, thank you very much. I'll go to the Attorney General.
I've had the great advantage of meeting with Belinda before. She asked her question, and I can say, as I've said, and we have a very detailed submission from the Eastern Community Legal Centre. The Commonwealth funds 138 community legal centres around the country. There's never enough funding because we appreciate the incredibly important role that community legal centres play, the very, very fine work that's done by lawyers and non-lawyers, volunteers in community legal centres. We are going to be looking at the undoubtedly unmet need here in the outer east of Melbourne, and it was a very useful session that I had with Belinda and her colleagues from the Eastern Community Legal Centre. We will hope that we can continue to have a cooperative relationship with state governments here in Victoria, with the Victorian government, with whom we jointly fund a number of legal centres, and it's an ongoing issue. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take another question from this block here. So, yes, sir, you. Yes, thank you. Just in the front here. So why don't we go here and then we'll hand it back to you, sir, in the purple jumper afterwards. So just here.
Thank you, Prime Minister. My name is Jared Malgon. I'm from the member of the Scope area. I would like to thank you and Minister Macklin and all the rest of your cabinet for the wonderful work around people with disabilities, with disability care, and now your involvement in pushing for more equal opportunity in education and employment via Bill Shorten. Growing up, I have experienced isolation and being education and employment opportunities have been very limited. So knowing that I've learned to overcome them, and with the help of your reforms, they're a big hand. My question is, those reforms are quite expensive and costly. Well, they're worth it, but they do cost a lot of money. I'm just thinking, for the queer community, would you, if you wanted to break down one more barrier of isolation and include more people that you would like to rethink your stance on the Marriage Act, and since our neighbours in New Zealand are probably going to vote for it tonight, and we all like to beat New Zealand.
Right, thank you. I can tell you've won the crowd with the pitch to beat New Zealand. Thank you very much for your comments about disability care, about working for a national disability insurance scheme. It's very important to us. Government's meeting on Friday, we're working to get more states to say that they will fund their share of the full scheme. So thank you for that. On same-sex marriage equality, I doubt we're going to end up agreeing, I'm sorry, but what we have done is, as a political party, we've decided that people can exercise their own views and own conscience when this matter comes before the Parliament, which it relatively recently did, and I'm sure it will again in the future. But you may have put a very persuasive argument for some not getting New Zealand in front. Thank you very much. And I did indicate the gentleman behind. Yes, you, sir.
My name is Edwin Bolode. I like to question about work choice. You say many times work choice is dead. Budget, everything. Theory is excellent, but practice is zero. Missing enforce for all court order. I have 2 court orders, Magistrate Court, Superman Court. 7 years I'm fighting from the system. From the system, for my holiday, my sick, rentancy, everything. Nobody care how practice is working. How long are we waiting for more, please?
Okay. Well, sir, thank you for raising that. Now, that sounds like a very specific example. As you acknowledged, we got rid of work choices and we replaced it with the Fair Work system, but you've obviously got a particular individual issue. So what I might do is ask one of Bill's staff members to come and get your details, and just as we do that, I'll go to Bill for some quick comments, and we'll make sure that that's followed up so we can get your full personal details in a different environment than this. So, Bill.
We have a regulator called the Fair Work Ombudsman. They handle 1 million inquiries a year, a third from small and medium-sized business who just want to find out what is the right thing to do, and 600,000 plus inquiries from people who are not sure if they've been, how they should be paid. They investigate matters. First of all, it is important that in Australia, competing political parties for government put their views out before an election. The party of work choices, the Liberal Party, it's now been 78 days since the Prime Minister set the date of the election. It isn't good enough to just say you want to form a government but not reveal your plans and your experiences that you got ripped off under the old system. People want a guarantee. On earth can you trust that it won't happen again?
Thanks, Bill, and we'll get someone to specifically come and get your details, sir. So I'll move over to this block here. Yes, the lady here, just in the white T-shirt, white jumper.
Geraldine. Labor Party has been making a difference for the whole of Australia. It's improved Aboriginal health, more money for single pensioners, carers, disability pensions, maternity leave, schools, hospitals, etc. Why on earth doesn't the general public know? Now, Labor's promotion and publicity is absolutely woeful. 5 years, 5 long years, they have had to build up a relationship with television, newspaper, radio, regional newspapers, and they're being paid for nothing.
Okay, well, I think more than a question. Obviously, it's our responsibility to be out there explaining our vision for the country's future and the steps that we're taking to achieve it. And thank you for listing off some of the government's achievements. I'm grateful for that. We've got various ways of getting the message out, having direct engagements like this community cabinet